Afternoon again, Democrats. We are getting close to the end of lunch here, but first we would like to promote Mr. Kevin Dawson and Miss Stacey Hayes. Both of them are respectively running for chair and vice chair of the Oklahoma Democratic Party. Kevin, Stacey, would you like to join us on stage?
Just the center mic up here?
It is.
All right. Kevin
Elaine
Dawson,
Dodd.
nice to meet you.
Keith McCarter, Kevin.
Steve?
Elaine Dodd.
Keith.
Yeah.
Keith. Kevin.
Keith.
Good to see you again. Bruce? Kevin Dawson.
Michael Thomas.
Mike, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Gotcha.
There we go. You bet. You bet. Well, is it a great day to be a Democrat? Yeah. Woo! I'll tell you what, I feel more pumped up every single time that I get out into one of the counties and I talk to people about being a Democrat. I think right now is the best time to be a Democrat in my lifetime. That other party has done more damage to our country, to our industry, to everything we hold value. They have done more damage to it. We're going to have more defections than we know what to do with. Let me first say this. Thank you, Tulsa County Democrats, for allowing us to come up here and talk. My name is Kevin Dawson. This is Stacey Hayes. I'm running for chair, and she's running with me as vice chair. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here. And thank you, Tulsa County, for inviting us to have this conversation with you. Folks, I got a couple of things that I want to talk about. Number one is we are in a union hall. We have to support our unions at all costs. They are under attack, and we have to do everything we can to lift them up and prop them up and get behind them, because our unions are the backbone of the middle class, and we have to make sure that they have a voice. I am a union man. I am working class. I am blue collar. I've worked for 43 years for Union Pacific Railroad and Missouri Pacific Railroad as a locomotive engineer. I was one of the youngest locomotive engineers ever promoted in the history of the United States railroading industry. I can tell you from that experience, plus the experience that I have with my education in leadership that I applied while working in management and senior management with the railroad, we have work to do here in Oklahoma. We have got to buckle down, and we've got to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, because we can change Oklahoma, you and us together. Yeah. Who here is tired of that other party defining who the hell we are? I'm damn tired of it. It's time to run the damn train and stop letting the train run you. Folks, we have got a promise in front of us, and we can do with that promise what we choose. We can select effective new leadership, or we can stick with what we got. I'm asking you to have a course correction and believe in new leadership that will direct us down the right track, that will help us grow our party, that will help us elect more Democrats, and we can change Oklahoma together. I want to give us an opportunity to talk about some things, and I'm going to let Stacey talk about herself and what her plan is with this, because we have put together what I would call the best platform that anybody in the state of Oklahoma could have done at this point. And we have a strategic plan, what we call our roadmap to success, that we will bring it to you, and we will let you look at it. We will let you add to it, and we will consult with you because we have got to work together because our ideas are not the only ideas. The Democratic Party has got an opportunity right now, and we want to seize on that opportunity, and we want to grow the party. That is going to be my number one goal. I have a pledge. I will not spend a dime of your hard-earned money that you fund to the Democratic Party for a wage or stipend or whatever the hell else you want to call it. I will put all of that money directly into advertising to grow our party. That is my promise. And it's not a promise that I take lightly. It's a promise that's based on the fact that I have a secure income that I'm comfortable with, and I want to make sure that my future and the future of my children and the future of my grandchildren are seated in democracy and that we can grow this country back and take it back. Please let me... Okay. So I want to give an opportunity for Stacy to talk about our platform and introduce herself. Stacy, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to speak in front of you. My name is Stacy Hayes, and I am running for the vice chair of the Oklahoma Democratic Party. I live in Logan County, which is just north of Oklahoma County, right smack dab in the middle of the state. I've been a chair for 2 cycles and a vice chair for 1 cycle. What I've noticed is that we are sorely in need of training for our county offices. We still have counties that are not organized. We have precincts that are empty. And as we go into the 2026 election cycle, if we do not have precincts, none of this works. So we are committed to getting that training out to the county officers in a right-size method. And what right-size means is that it's easy. We realize that you are volunteers. You do not have time to read an 80-page manual. You do not have time to dig through your email. You do not have time to look at Zoom videos. We need to get that in front of you in a manner where you can take that information and go use it. So what Kevin alluded to is we have a roadmap to success. This is our 7-point platform, and it starts with making the Democrats the voice of the working class again. We have gotten very, very far away from our working class voices, and we are losing them every day. And we want to make sure that we're listening and that we act on what we are hearing. Next is we want to elect Democrats. That is our number one goal. We want to make sure that we are building a bench. We are training folks, that we are getting people at the Capitol to help Representative Waldron up there to talk to these crazy people every day. He needs backup. We're going to get him some backup. And once they do decide to run, we're committed to helping them run, amplifying their message, getting them volunteers, plugging them in with precincts so that when it's time to go out and knock doors, you have that volunteer base to go help you. Next, we want to empower the federations. We have several federations. We want to make sure that the folks in those federations are the voice of those communities. Kevin and I cannot speak for everyone. So we want to make sure that they have a seat at the table and they're being heard. Next, communication and outreach. We all know the Democrats have a messaging problem. We have to take that on in Oklahoma. We have to make sure that those messages are clear, they're in plain language, and we are talking about the things that people are interested in talking about, that they're talking about at the tables with their families. Establish a permanent campaign and rural grassroots focus. We should not just be knocking doors once a year. It should be a continual cycle to make sure that we are talking to people and we are addressing the issues that they are having at that time, not just when it's election time. Next, we want to collaborate with elected Democrats. Once they do get elected, make sure that we're having those two-way conversations. Make sure that we're amplifying the bills that they're trying to get through committee. Make sure that we're contacting our representatives to make sure that we want those bills heard. And last is to strengthen the party infrastructure. As I alluded to earlier, none of this works if the precincts don't work. We have unorganized counties, we have empty precincts seats, and we need to get those filled. And that filling is going to come by training those county officers. We need to get them back up to help. Again, my name is Stacey Hayes. I'm running for Vice Chair of the Oklahoma Democratic Party. Kevin and I would appreciate your vote on June 29th at the state convention. Thank you so much.
So I've got a couple of questions to ask you, and this is an audience participation. You have to answer this for me, okay? Here's the answer. The answer is Democrats for every one of these questions. Who do you trust with your Social Security? Who do you trust with your Medicare? Who do you trust with your Medicaid? Who do you trust with your education of your children and grandchildren? Who do you trust to support the unions of this country? Who do you trust to help with our VA? Who's going to stand up for the LGBTQ plus community? You're damn right, and we're not going to hide from it anymore. Thank you. My name is Kevin Dawson. I'm asking for your vote as Oklahoma Democratic Party State Chair and for Stacey as Oklahoma Democratic Party Vice Chair. Thank you all very much. We appreciate you. Yes.
It is time to rally behind Kevin and Stacey. It is time to support Kevin and Stacey. It is time to vote for Kevin and Stacey. It is time for a course correction. Every voice, every fight, every vote, every victory. It is time for Kevin Dawson for State Chair and Stacey Hayes for State Vice Chair of the Oklahoma Democratic Party.